Hi everyone, welcome back to AntLab Games. My name is Anthony.
I'm Francis.
And we are going to do some board game and card game playthroughs for you. So this video really is going to kick off a change to the program content on this channel. Not change, more or less an expansion of that content. So, you know, historically I've only done really solitaire playthroughs with a few multiple player playthroughs with my son Harrison. But I think, you know, I'm going to start to look to get into more, because there's so many good 2+ player games out there that I definitely want to get that content on the channel. So, with that, today we are going to
introduce the game that we recently discovered, Wonders Duel. It is a competitive, resource-driven card game meant for exactly 2 players, no more, no less. Takes about 30 to 60 minutes to complete. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So join us at the table and watch the playthrough. Okay, so what we have on the table now is the main game board. So in order for us to set it up, we basically have to do a couple of things. Now there's a number of videos out there that'll go through the whole soup to nuts setup process for this, and a whole tutorial on how to play it, which we're not going to really go through. This is really just a playthrough, but I'll just briefly go over what we have to do to set it up. So you get these chits here that tell you to lose money, and they go on these little squares for you on the board, and we'll show you what they do when we get to it. We have these technology tokens, which what we need to do is just randomly draw 5 of them, so we'll do that, and they get laid up here face up. We have 3 piles, which are like 3 ages, age 1, 2, and 3, and we also have a guild pile. So I'm going to shuffle each pile, take 3 cards out of each, take them out of the game, take 3 of these guild cards, add them to the 3rd age pile, shuffle that up, and those will be our 3 decks for the game. Then we have to do a Wonders draft, and we'll do that on camera as well. So let me get these decks shuffled and set up and ready to go, and I'll draw the 5 starting technologies. Okay, so I've shuffled all the decks, and those are all ready to go. Next thing I'm going to do is grab these progress tokens, and I'm going to just take 5. So I'll just take 5 off the top. It doesn't matter. I already mixed these all up. And I'll keep the extra ones off to the side, because we may or may not need them later. What I'll do is I'll turn each of them up on the board, and this will be something that we could earn during the game and should be incorporated into whatever type of strategy we want to employ during this playthrough. So we've got urbanism, agriculture, mathematics, economy, and strategy. And we'll go through what those mean when we want to go and draft them. So that's really all you have to do for the progress tokens. And now I will put together the first age pyramid for the card structure. All right, so the game comes with this nice handy reference card, which tells you, for each age what the card structure should look like. And it's pretty straightforward. So I've gotten my age 1 cards, they're all shuffled, and you essentially just replicate the structure, and it tells you whether or not they're face up or down. So we go 2 up for the first age, and then 3 down, and then 4 up, and then 5 down, and then the last 6 are up. Right, and this will be how we start developing our empires throughout the game. And we have to start from the bottom up, and you can only take cards that are accessible. So that's the pyramid for age 1. That's done. And now all we have to do is draft the Wonders, and we can start this game. Okay, so how drafting works is we have a deck of Wonders cards, right? And they're all shuffled. And what Francis and I are going to do are draft Wonders alternately. And there's a certain way you have to do this based on the rules. So she's going to be player 1. I'm going to be player 2. So what we do first is start by putting up 4 of the Wonders. We've got the pyramids, the Great Library, the Sphinx, and the Temple of Artemis. Now player 1 gets to choose any one of those.
Okay, and I think I'm going to go Sphinx.
The Sphinx, right?
Yep.
So now player 2 gets to take 2. So what I think I'll do is take the Great Library as 1, and I think I'll take the Temple of Artemis as 2.
Okay, and that leaves me with pyramids.
Right, so now we do another 4, because you're going to have 4 each at the end of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the Statue of Zeus, the Great Lighthouse, the Mausoleum, and the Colossus. So now there are 4 more that won't actually come into the game. So this is part of the randomizer of the setup. So now I get to draw first. So I get to only take 1. And I don't know what to take here.
They're actually all pretty good.
They are all really good. So I think we'll go with the Statue of Zeus.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, I like that one.
All right. And I'm going to go Great Lighthouse and Mausoleum.
And that leaves me with Colossus. One thing to note when playing this game is while we build these wonders, there are only allowed to be 7 wonders built. As you notice, there's 8 wonders on the board, so one of us will not be able to build all 4 of our wonders. And they give some nice bonuses and some nice victory points at the end of the game. The last bit of setup is we each start with 7 coins. And I think that's it. So there's 3 ways to win this game, and I'll go over that really quick. So there's a military win, which basically is based on this military track. And when we develop military units or buildings, for example, it'll push this military token either towards Francis or towards me. If it ever reaches the end at any point during this game, you win. The player who pushed it there wins. So it starts in the beginning, and we're going to have that press. There are 7 sciences in this game. So these green cards represent the sciences, and they all have specific symbols on them. If you have, well, to clarify, there are 6 sets of these symbols, of these cards throughout all the ages in the game. And if you're able to collect 1 of each of those 6 symbols, you win the game through a science victory. If you match any 2 of those symbols, you get to take 1 of these progress tokens, right? And that goes into as a permanent add to your empire. There is a progress token which didn't come out this game that represents a 7th technology. And that really just makes it a little bit easier to get the 7. I get the 6 that you need because it adds an additional chance to grab a technology. So it's harder to stop somebody from doing that. But since it's not here, it probably is not going to be one of the strategies this game, which is something you need to consider when playing. And the final way to win is basically if we make it through all the ages and we don't win through military, we don't win through science, then we have, what do they call it?
Victory points.
I think they call it a society victory. But we add up all the victory points at the end of the game. We'll look that up and get the actual wording for it. But that's how you win.
All right, so we consulted the rulebook, and winning by victory points or whatever at the end of the game is actually considered a civilian victory in this game.
Okay, and it really comes down to who has the most points. And we'll show you how that works at the end. So that's it for the setup. We basically can jump right in and start playing. And the general flow, it's really straightforward. So remember, Francis is player 1. And we just start really just purchasing, I guess these are like buildings or technologies or whatever. And it's
resources and things like that.
Right.
Yeah.
That are going to build our empires. So.
Okay. Purchasing or perhaps not purchasing. So my first move, I'm actually going to take the clay pool, which costs me nothing.
Right.
It's free. So.
Yep. So she grabbed the clay pool. So now her society is generating clay bricks, and I can't. So these 2 here, the way this pyramid works, is I can't access those because they still have a card on them. If this card was gone, for example, this would turn face up and be available for purchase. The cost is the first indicator underneath on the upper left-hand side of the card. So like this one's going to cost me a coin. That's going to cost me a coin, 3 coins. That one's free because there's no symbol there. And that one's 3. And I think I'm going to go with, this is tough. All right, so I'm going to pay $1 and buy the wood, the logging camp. So now my civilization will start generating lumber. All right.
Okay. And I'm actually going to go ahead and pay 3, and I'm going to go with the wood reserve.
Okay.
And should I explain what that means?
Sure.
So you'll see this is a little bit different. First of all, it's a yellow card. What this essentially means is that if I want to purchase logs in the future, and you'll see how that plays momentarily. It's only going to cost me 1 coin, as opposed to the 2 that it would cost me plus any additional for whatever Anthony has. So we'll explain how that works in a little bit.
Yep. So you'll see that when we want to build something, you don't necessarily have to have the resource, but you do have to pay for it. And you're basically buying it from the bank. And that cost is determined by, it'll always be 2 plus the amount that the other player has in their society that they're generating. But if you have one of these cards, it's only always going to cost you 1.
Right.
There we go.
So
All
you're
right,
up.
I'm up. So I'm going to pay 3 and buy this one. So now the clay reserves are going to allow me to purchase clay bricks for 1 gold per. And now that these are no longer blocked, they turn face up.
Okay. And I am most definitely going to pay 1 money, and I'm going to take the glassworks.
All right, so now she's producing glass. So the brown and the grays generate resources. Okay, so I'll pay 1, and I will purchase this clay pit. I'll grab that, and then you can go home. I'm trying to get myself change.
Okay.
All right, let's turn up.
Right. Yes, and I have 3 money left, and I'm going all in to purchase the stone reserve.
Stone reserves.
Stone reserve.
All right. I will. I'll take the tavern. That's really just going to give me $4. Doesn't mean anything else other than that. In this game, you have the option to. There's 3 things you can do when you take a card, and we've only done one of them so far. When you take a card, you can build it and put it into your
Civilization.
civilization, we'll call it, right? And which is what we've been doing. The second is when you take the card, you can sell it back to, you discard it from the game, and you generate 2 coins per card when you do that, plus 1 coin for each of these gold developments you have in your society, right?
It's a good way to make money if you're broke like
Yes. So right now we each would get, for each card we burn, really, it's getting it out of the game too. We would each get $4 because you get 2 for the card plus 1 for each of the goals, and we each have 2. So
Okay.
that's that.
So I'm up, and I have no money, but I think I will go ahead and take the theater. So that's going to give me 3 victory points at the end of the game, and I'll reveal this.
Oh, that's a nice one. I will take that for 1 coin.
Okay.
So now I would produce clay, bricks, cement bricks, I guess, or stones and wood.
Okay, so I'm up. Now I'm actually going to grab the apothecary, and you'll see that on here it has the resource for the little glass. I have glass in my civilization already, so it's going to cost me nothing to take this card.
All right, and if I were to want to take the workshop, for example, it has papyrus on here. So I don't produce papyrus, but I could buy papyrus from the general pool, which will cost me 2 plus 1 for every 1 that Frances generates in her society, but there is none, so it would only cost me 2. But I don't need that necessarily. So what I'll do is I'll pay. No, I think I'll just take this 1 war garrison. And what that does is it's got 1 military symbol on it. And that symbol is going to, so this war symbol is going to move this 1 space towards her city or her country. And that's that.
Okay. All right. And I think I'm just going to go for the free altar, the free victory points.
Okay.
Okay.
I will. I'll pay the $2 and I'll take this science workshop. Science. All right. Here is a quarry.
Okay. And stone's only going to cost me $1 right now. I don't really necessarily need this per se, so I'm going to discard it. And I'm going to get, like Anthony was saying before, 2 because I'm discarding the card, but then I also have 2 of these yellow cards, which is going to give me 2 more. So I'm going to take 4 money out of my bank. And that'll give me something to work with.
Yep. So I'm going to do the same with this Palisade. I'm going to burn this, and I'm going to take $4 from the bank, and then turn these up. All right.
All right. I think I'm going to go ahead actually and burn the guard tower because I'd rather have the money right now. Okay, you're up.
All right, I'm going to take this. This is only going to cost 1 wood to build. I generate the wood, so it's paid for, and this moves up 1.
Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and buy the baths, and that's going to cost me, would normally cost me 2 because I don't produce stone, but because I have the stone reserve, it's only going to cost me 1. So I'll take that and pay my 1 money.
And I'll pay 1, and I'll finish age 1 with the papyrus in the press. So now,
So that's what we got.
yep. So that's it for the first age. Now we just have to set up the pyramid for the second age because the pyramids are different each age. So that was it. Pretty quick. Okay. So we'll consult the reference card for age 2, and you see it's sort of a reverse. So now it's going to start with 6 and go down to 2. So we're going to put 6 cards up for the first row. And then 5 down. 4 up. 3 down. And then 2 up. Boom, boom. And basically by looking at what's out there, face up, you can kind of plan ahead on what you want to do, because ultimately you want to build these wonders, but you want to do it at the right time because the bonuses they give you are beneficial, but at certain points if you play them, they can really push you ahead of your opponent. So that's it. We set it up. Now to determine who goes next, there's 2 ways. If this war token was in the middle, then it would have been the person who took the last card at the end of age 1, which was me.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go first. But because it is now closer to Francis's empire, she gets to determine whether she wants to go first or if she wants me to go first, and she's probably going to do that, depending on what cards are up there. So let me zoom back, and we'll get going for the next round. All right, we are ready. So,
Okay. So like Anthony said, I'm kind of in more danger here, so I get to decide who goes first, and I'm going to decide that I get to go first, and I'm going to take the drawing room, which gives me access to papyrus.
of course you are.
Well, you have some options here,
I like
too,
that.
which I think you like. So.
I like that a lot. Yeah. Ooh, okay. I would like that brewery, but I'm not sure I want it.
Decisions.
Yeah, so the walls here are not bad.
Mm-hmm.
It'll push me into the next bracket in war, which is nice. It's going to cost 2 stone to build. I generate 1 stone, so I do have to pay for the other stone. It's going to cost me 2. Francis doesn't generate stone, so it won't cost me any more than 2. So I can do that. So I pay 2, take this, move up 2 on the war track, and what this is going to do now is it crossed over, and this -2 gold, she actually has to pay 2 of her gold back to the bank.
Civilization is suffering.
Yes, for the war. They're
For the
war-torn. When I went over before the 3 different uses of a card, I think I only talked about 2 of them. The third one is taking a card and actually building your wonder with that card. That's how you build a wonder. I would just take this card. I wouldn't get any of the effects of it. It wouldn't cost me anything. But I would then have to pay the cost of the wonder. It would go underneath it to signify that I've completed that wonder. So think of them as like a foundation for the wonder. That's all it is. That's how you do it. All right.
Okay.
So, wow, some good cards.
All right. Yeah. Excellent. So I'm actually going to go for this aqueduct. Now this is interesting. If you see, this would normally cost me 3 stone to build, and since I don't produce stone, I would have to pay 3 for my stone reserve. But I, in the last round, got the baths card, which has this tiny little water droplet on it. And since I have that, this is actually going to be free for me. So I'm definitely going to take those 5 points for the end of the game.
Very good. Okay, so I think I want to build something.
Oh, you're building already.
I think I do. I think I
Alright.
do want to build something. So what I'm going to build is Colossus. If I can afford it. I'm not sure I can afford it though. That's 3 bricks. So I would need to pay 2 bricks and a water. So that's 2, 4. Nah, I don't have enough money. Not enough money to build Colossus yet. Not enough money. But I can build the Temple of Artemis, and I'm going to do that. So it's going to cost me, and I'm going to take a card and burn it, right? So I'm just taking this card, I'm going to slide underneath, I'm going to build the Temple of Artemis. Now the Artemis cost is 1 papyrus, which I generate, 1 glass, which I don't, so I need to pay 2 plus 1 because she generates 1 glass. So it's 3 for the glass. I generate stone and bricks, so that's all taken care of. So it's 3 gold to build the Temple of Artemis. So that's built. Now I get to collect what it tells me here. And what it gives me is 12 coins. So I just took 12 coins, and this little circle means I get to go again. So what I will do for my second turn is now build Colossus. And Colossus is going to cost me 3 for the glass. 1 of the bricks I make, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No, you have the brick reserved here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So I have free 1, 2. So it's 3. So it's only 5.
My civilization's helping you out.
Yes, indeed. So 5 coins for Colossus. I'm going to take. What do I want it? What do I want to use to kill Colossus? I think I'll take you. And this is the foundation for Colossus. And Colossus gives me 2 war. That's going to move me here, and she's going to have to pay 5 gold now,
Which is all my money.
which is the rest of her money. And he's worth 3 victory points at the end of the game. Now my turn's over.
Okay. All right. So all my money's been taken. So I think what I might want to do is purchase this brewery for 6. So that's not going to give me much, just 6 coins right now, which I desperately need. So I'm going to take that, and you're up.
You're up.
Asia.
All right. I'm going to take the archery range, and that's going to give me 2 more war
Oh, really?
and put me 1 away
You going to reveal that card for
from a
me?
military victory.
You're so happy. It really is. All right, so my objective right now should be to not reveal any more military cards that Anthony might be able to buy. So for now, I'm going to, I guess, kind of just hold off. I'm gonna purchase this quarry, which is going to actually give me 2 stones in the future if I want to build anything, and it's going to cost me 2 coins. So do that, and I'm not revealing anything, so I'm treading carefully.
All right. So what I'm going to take is this card here. So the laboratory, and that's going to cost me 2 waters. I don't
Okay.
make water, so that would cost me 6. That's kind of expensive. Kind of expensive. I do want it though. I'm going to do it. I'm taking it. So it's $6. The reason I did that was because I have 2 matching science symbols, and that's going to allow me now to take a progress token. And progress token I want, I'm not sure. So let's take a look at the progress tokens. Okay, so the first one, urbanism. What that'll do is I immediately take 6 coins from the bank, and each time I construct a building for free through linking using that that icon, if you have that matching icon, you get 4 coins, right? Agriculture gives me 6 coins right now, plus 4 victory points at the end of the game. Mathematics will give me 3 victory points at the end of the game for every one of these progress tokens I have. Economy is I gain money spent by my opponent when they purchase resources through trade, which is pretty nice.
Yep.
And strategy would give me +1 sword, move me up an extra 1 for each military. So if the military card I built had 1 sword symbol on it, it would actually let me move it up 2 spaces. But what I think I'll do is I'm going to go for some money now and some points at the end of the game because I'm broke. But that's it. You're up.
Okay, so I'm up. All right, so I think what I'm going to do at this point is take this Brickyard card and I'm going to build my Sphinx. That is going to cost me 2 glass, 1 of which I produce, bricks which I produce, and also stone which I also produce. So that glass, since Anthony doesn't produce any, is only going to cost me 2. So I'm going to pay that out to the bank. Grab my change. And now what this allows me to do is go again. Primary purpose for me taking this move. Oh, and I can't do it. I'm just going to take my military card. All right. So I can't purchase the barracks because I'm not rich enough because my city is too war-torn and troubled. So I'm going to go ahead and burn it so I don't lose immediately. But what that's going to give me is 2 plus 1, 2, 3 because I make 3. I have 3 of these guys, so that's going to be 5. And Anthony's up.
Okay. What I'll do now is pay. So I'd like this gold card. That's going to cost me 2 plus 3 for the glass. That's 5. So I'll pay 6 and take 1 back. And now this card can produce wood or clay, brick, or stone.
Yes. Ay, ay, ay. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and take our dispensary card and I'm going to build pyramids here. I make 2 stones and I make papyrus. I just have to pay 1 for that extra stone. So that's done. And Anthony's up.
Alright, I think I'll just start by taking this, the rostrum, for 4 victory points.
And I guess I have to take this. Now, do I want to do that? Yeah, you know what, I'm going to do this. And it's not going to be as expensive for me because, again, I got that log card, so it's going to cost me 2 for each of these logs that I don't have, irrespective of the fact that Anthony makes logs. So I'm going to have 2 for that, and hold my breath as I flip these over. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to take glass because that's been costing me a fortune to make. So now I can finally make glass.
Okay. And that would cost me 1, 2. It's gonna cost me too much. This form is going to give me either a glass or a papyrus, and it's going to cost me 3 plus clay bricks, which I make, so I'm going to take that for 3.
As much as I want the customs house, I just don't have enough money for it, so I'm going to have to. I could either create or build one of these wonders, which I cannot, I don't think I can afford it. It'll cost me 2 for a log. I can generate 2. I can generate glass. Oh, I can do it. It's going to cost me 2 to build a Great Pyramid. And I think I'm going to do that. So I will bury this. I will pay 2. And what this one does, it lets me draw 3 of these progress tokens from the unused progress pile and keep 1 of them. So I will draw 3 at random. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what they are. So here's the law science that we didn't have. Here is architecture, which allows me to build a wonder for, and I can ignore any 2 of the resource costs. And theology, which gives me an extra turn every time I build a wonder, which kind of stinks. These aren't the best ones. So I think what I'll do is I'll take theology so that maybe if I can build this last wonder, it'll give me an extra turn. And I'll just discard these 2. So that's my turn.
Okay, and I'm up. Unfortunately, as much as I'd love to buy this card, I'm down to 1 coin, and I only produce 1 brick, so I can't afford to buy it, especially because Anthony produces it. So I'm going to go ahead and burn this, which gets it off of the table, which makes me feel a little bit better. The good news is it's going to get me 2 plus 3, 4, 5, 6. So at least I'll have a little bit of money left, and I'm not completely dead.
Okay, so this last one is going to cost me papyrus, which I don't make.
Which I make.
And I don't have enough money for that. I only have a coin left, so I unfortunately have to burn this. And that's going to earn me 5. So I'll take 2 3s and throw 1 back. And that ends a very, very close second age.
I'm sweating. It's
Yes.
terrible.
All right, so let us.
I'm going to set up round 3?
Yeah, let's do it. Set up round 3 and we'll get through it. Okay, so the last card structure is way different than the others. So where the others were just pyramids, this one's kind of like a circle almost, which you'll see. So you start with 2 up, then we go 3 down, then 4 up. There's some big war cards here. And then 1 down on each corner, then 4 up again. 3 down, and 2 up on the bottom. So that's the setup. All right, so since the war token is closer to Francis's kingdom,
Dangerously close.
yes, she gets to decide who goes first. So it's up to her.
Okay, so it's up to me. And actually, as much as I'd like to go first, I think I'm actually going to have Anthony go first. I'm terrified of what's under either one of these cards, so I'd like for him to
Okay.
pick and choose. And
That
take
works.
what you'd
That
like.
works for me. Let's see. I think I'll take. I don't know if I can afford this guy. I need to pay. Yeah, I need to pay for 1 papyrus. So that's going to cost me $3. So I'll pay it. It's worth 6 victory points. And we have war.
Yes. All right.
Can she afford it though?
Can she afford
Oh no.
it? Yes. She might be able to, and then, yeah, my society will die a slow, painful death.
No, she can't afford it.
I can afford it. I'm just. See, taking this card would actually reveal a worse war card.
Right.
So.
But that one costs 8 coins.
Right, which you cannot afford
Cannot
at this
buy.
point. Yeah. So let's see. So can she afford it?
So
I
wow.
believe I can. So my society already makes 2 stones, so I'm good there. I make 1 brick. Anthony makes bricks, so it's going to cost me 2 plus 1.
I make 2 bricks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those count?
Yeah. So it'll cost you 4 for that 1 brick. So it only costs you
Okay.
4 to take it.
Okay,
Yeah, you
well
can
that's fine.
afford
Either
that
way,
easy,
that's
yeah.
fine. So,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna just pay my 6. I'll get my change, and
Yikes!
you know,
Yikes!
build
Yikes!
some armor or something like that. So we'll take that, and I'm gonna move up the military check 2.
All right,
It is
so
Wonders turn.
if I had 8 coins, I'd be able to buy the Praetorium, and that would win the game.
But you do not.
But I do not have it. So I could either burn that, which there really is no point in burning it right this minute. If I can take this, and this one's actually quite nice. So I need a brick, a stone, and a wood, and I've got all that. This is going to give me 2 coins per wonder built right now. So I've got 3 wonders built. That's $6 in the pool. So, and then I reveal. So we have our first guild card. Now the guild cards are basically endgame scoring cards. So this one would earn you 1 gold per gold structure you have built right now, or at least the city with the most. We're both tied at 4, so you would get 4 gold for this, plus victory points at the end of the game for the city with the most gold structures. So it's not really what your city has, but which city that has the most has.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, so I'm up.
Yeah.
All right, so we uncovered some more military, which I'm actually happy to see down here towards the bottom of this circle thing.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not scattered throughout as much. But I'm going to actually purchase the Siege Workshop. I'm really happy that I purchased that log kind of repository, because that's going to cost me 3. I already produced glass and I have exactly 3 money, so I'm going to take that. I'm going to pay my 3 money. I'm broke, but I get to move up 2 on the military track, which is moving me a little bit further away from death of civilization. So Anthony's up.
All right, so I could now pay the 8 and afford to push it back up 3, but that won't win the game. But it'll put me in it could put me in the 10-point bracket, because right now, war at the end of the game, when you score, whoever's, I'm in the 5 zone right now, so it's going to earn me 5 victory points in the game. This zone here is going to earn me 10, which is a considerable amount more, because a lot of these games are very close. But $8 is a lot. That would kind of cripple me for right now. So I think what I could do is take one of these endgame score or endgame victory point developments, maybe this one. So this would earn me 3 gold now plus 1 for every 3 I have at the end of the game. So if I want to have a lot of money in my empire, which I don't really have. But yeah, that's a tough call. So I think I'll probably do this one, right? Because I have 1 of each, right? So this will be a freebie for me, and that's just going to earn me 4 gold right now. So I'll just take my 4, and you're up.
Okay. Let's see. So what do we got? All right. I'm actually, since I have no money, and this scares me, I'm just gonna go ahead and burn this guy, so that Anthony doesn't have a shot at demolishing my city anymore, at least not right now. And that's gonna earn me 2 plus 3, 4, 5, 6. So that'll put me back on the map for money. And
All right. So what do I want? I think I will purchase. So brick, wood. So I'm going to use the 2 wood I produced to eat up the 2 wood cost. Now it also costs me 2 bricks. So I use this 1 brick. I can't count this card again for resources, but I can pay 1 for the other brick. And that'll buy this.
The gardens.
The gardens. I need to get some victory points.
Okay. And I think I'm actually going to go for the Senate. If I can, I think I can. So I make stone, I make papyrus, I make 1 clay, and my clay is going to cost me, to buy it from you, 2 plus 2, so it costs me 4. That's kind of expensive. It's a little expensive. Do I want to do that? Man, I really don't know. I am gonna take it. Anthony can have it for free, and I don't want him to. So, and it's gonna give me 5 victory points if we make it to the end of the game. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take that, and I'll flip that guy for you.
Okay.
I didn't pay for it. Let me do that
You
real
did
quick. What did I say it was gonna cost? 4?
4, yeah.
Alright, so there you go.
Okay, so I'm gonna take. I think. 1, 2, 1. I have to pay for wood or stone on this one. This I get for free, so I'll just take it. It's 2 victory points. I get it for free because it has a little genie lamp. That has a little genie lamp, so that pays for it. You're up.
I'm up. Alright, let me make logs. Oh no, okay, here we go. I'm actually going to take the study and I'm going to build my great lighthouse. And that's going to cost me, I make papyrus and papyrus, I make stone, and I've got my log factory here, and that's only going to cost me 1. So that's that. Now what this is going to give me is 4 victory points at the end of the game, and then on the side here, you'll see I actually get to pick from any of these resources as if it were a resource card here.
All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and burn it and build my statue of Zeus. And what this is going to cost me is 1 papyrus because I generate all the others.
And I make 2.
And you make 2, so it's going to cost me 4. So I will pay 6 and take 2 change. But what Zeus lets me do is it lets me destroy 1 of her brown cards, which I will destroy your bricks.
You would. These bricks?
Yes, the clay bricks, I'm sorry.
Are you sure?
Yeah. So that gets burned into the discard pile. This also moves it up 1 war on the track. And because I have theology, I get to go again. All right, so what do I, wow, that's a lot of victory points. What I would do though, as much as I want that, I'm gonna go for this one, the gold. I'm gonna still have to pay for 1 papyrus though. And it's gonna cost me 4 because you make 2.
I do make 2.
All right, so it'll cost me 4. I'll pay 4, but this gives me 3 for every gray, so that's 6 I get back, and 3 victory points at the end of the game.
Okay.
And this goes up. All right, so we're almost there.
Okay. We're hanging on.
Yep.
I'm going to take the academy and burn it because I need some money. So I'm going to get my 2 through 5, 6. So
All right.
my standard is $6.
One thing we didn't mention before is I built my 4th wonder. She's got 3 built already, so that's all 7. She can no longer build the mausoleum, so that goes out of the game basically. So that's all for all the wonders that can be built this playthrough. So here we go. Now, can I afford this? This is 3 stone and 2 wood. I make 2 stone and I make 1 wood. This is going to be very expensive.
It is going to be very expensive.
Well, the wood would cost me 2. I make 2 stone, so I have to pay for another one.
3 stone.
Ooh, so that's going to cost me 5. So this will cost me 7 to buy that. I think I'm going to do it though.
Okay. You have those points.
That's a lot of points. All right.
All right.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah.
3 war points. That looks so good.
It does, right? I know you're like,
Yeah.
you're like salivating for it. All right, so bricks. Even though he took my brick card, I still produced 1 because I did manage to build my great lighthouse. So I would need to purchase 2 logs, which would cost me 2 coin here, and then I would need to purchase 2 more bricks, which would cost me 4 a piece. Yeah. No, 4 total. It would cost me 2 and 2, yeah, 4 a piece. So this cost me 8, and I don't have that much money. But I don't want Anthony to have that war card, so I'm just gonna burn it.
You don't necessarily have to.
Well, I do. But I do. And that's gonna give me my $6.
That wouldn't have won the game though.
It wouldn't have won the game, but you know, we're so close to the end right now that I really don't want you going into that 10 victory points. You know, that 5 could make or break the game.
It could. It could. So this one has this Voss, which I have, so I can build this for free. It's going to give me 1 gold for every yellow card I have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I will take 5 monies. And you're up.
Okay. And I'm going to take this Scientist Guild card and burn it as well. What you would get with this, it would give you 1 coin for every green science card that you have, and also 1 victory point at the end of the game for each card. But I'm going to go ahead and burn it because it's going to give me 6 coins, which will actually yield me more victory points at the end. So. Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 2 stone, 1 brick, and papaya. I could build that for free, so I'm going to do that. And that's going to push me up 2 into the next bracket.
Okay.
I'm not going to win with war, but that's a lot of
war.
victory points. So
Okay.
you're up.
All right, and I need victory points, bad, so I'm gonna see if I can build this palace. So let's see. So I do make clay bricks here at my great lighthouse. I make more than enough stone. I make 2 glass, and I just need to pay 1 money for a log, which isn't going to do me any good anyway at the end of the game, so I'm going to take that for the 7 points.
Alright, so it looks like I'm going to have to take the university. I can definitely afford the resources. This is also going to give me a duplicate symbol, which allows me to take a progress
sneaky of you.
Yeah, so I'm going to take mathematics, which would give me 3 victory points for every progress token I have at the end of the game. That is the end of the 3rd age and the end of the game.
We survived.
Yes.
At least I did.
Well, we'll see. I mean, you never know until the score's tallied.
You
So
really don't.
we're gonna tally up the score. We're gonna show you how we do it. Actually, using an app on the Google Play Store
Okay.
called 7 Wonders Duel Score.
Score, yeah.
All right, so we'll jump to that. And we'll see how this turns out. All right, so this is what the app looks like. And we're really just going to type in what we have. So, and you just follow the colors. So, what are we looking at?
So we're looking at blue, which are our kind of societal points
Okay.
here. So you're at how many?
So, it's, 13, 19, 23.
Okay, and
Well, you have quite a few here.
I always do.
Yeah.
So,
So
5, 10, 15.
31.
31, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's some
Wow.
fast
okay.
math.
Yeah.
All right, science.
2, 4, 6.
Okay, and I'm at 1.
And you're at 1.
Yellow cards. So that's
All
going to be our.
3, 6, 9.
Wow, nice. And I have zilch.
0.
Okay.
Purple. Okay.
Oh, which are your guild cards?
So I get 1 victory point for the largest civilization's amount of yellow cards. I have 6, so I get 6 points.
Okay, and I get 0 on purple cards.
All right.
Wonders.
Wonders. I get 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. And I, however, am at, what, 15, 16, 18, 19?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Now these are going to be your little progress tokens.
Right.
Which
So I only have
only
4.
have. Oh, because you didn't.
Plus
you couldn't. Could you score on math?
3, 6, 9 plus 4 is 13.
Okay, great. Because again, the math is giving you
Yes.
3 for every token.
3 per token. Yep.
And
You're
I've
right.
got 0. All right, things are looking good for you. All right, count your money. Now you're going to get 1 victory point for every 3
Yes.
coins.
So
that
I've
you
got
have. So
2.
You've got 2. I have 6.
Yes.
2, 4, 6.
That's right.
Okay. Military cards. Did you or your
The
military
war
victories?
track,
So
yes.
you've got your 10 for your war track.
Yep.
I have 0. That's always going to be something 0.
Yep.
It can only ever be on one side. That's it.
Yep. Next.
Score it.
Calculate.
Calculate. Oh, and you
79.
annihilated me.
Wow.
Wow. I don't think we've had that big of a swing.
No, I think it was.
It was the military meal.
Military
But you know
helped.
what? Let's save that for our recap.
Okay,
I
yeah.
think.
So we'll. All right. So just finish the game. We'll jump into to a recap. And we'll do a little recap session and talk about strategy and
what worked, what didn't.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go.
So let's talk about what happened.
Okay. So it's probably the biggest, I guess, gap.
That was the biggest gap, the biggest swing that we've had
Yeah.
in the many rounds that we've played of this game.
Yep.
Pretty much on par for time. We did a little bit more explaining than we usually do when we
Yeah,
play.
but I think the playthrough was pretty quick. I think a lot of the points that I got were really because not normally do I get that much, or either of us gets that many military points in the beginning of the game. And
Yeah.
And there just weren't. And normally there's enough military cards that you can each grab one and then kind of offset when the other person's moving up. But I think I was able to get really far up the military track.
You
early
got
on.
so far up the military track that really my strategy defaulted to not losing to a military
Right.
supremacy. So I was on the defensive for a while.
Yep.
Which didn't allow me to maybe choose cards that I would have chosen if I was, able to play a little more offensively.
Right. Yeah. I was getting a lot of the yellow and the guild cards where she normally
Yeah.
goes all the gold cards and leaves me with
Yeah, usually the
completely different
victory
strategy.
point victory.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
surprised it actually made it past. So like you see like if you play it right and you kind of time like your first inclination is to go ahead and build all those wonders
Right.
really quickly, right? But that to kind of trigger those bonuses, but those extra turn bonuses are very powerful.
well, that's like the one turn bonus I think that I used was
Yeah.
actually because I saw the military card hiding underneath.
Right.
I didn't really want to take a chance of playing through kind of the back and forth and Anthony
Mhm.
being able to get it before I had a chance to use it to my advantage. So I went ahead and built that guy.
Yeah. So that's the best way to use those extra turns is when you see the way the cards are going that you're almost going to be forced to let them get the card they want. You use that extra turn so that you can stash it away and sort of block them. So if you can put somebody on the defensive, it prevents them from getting the cards that they need to further their scoring because you have to look at what they're trying to build up. So, but that was a good game.
Overall, it's a good game.
Yeah, it's very very interesting.
Well, and I
one.
think it kind of speaks to the balance of the game because I was so far gone for such a long time, but I was able to come back to it. We were able to finish out the third age, and I was still able to manage to get some points and things.
Yeah,
so
you scored
can
a
still play it
lot
out.
of points. I scored a lot more than I normally
Yeah, you
would,
did.
just because of it's 10 points for that military track.
Right.
Where
Yeah.
normally you don't get.
I know. I was trying to keep you out of it.
Yeah.
But
But no, you did both had a pretty interesting game. It was fun.
Yeah.
No, so that's Seven Wonders Duel.
It's a lot of
Really,
fun.
really good game.
I'm ready to go play again.
Okay. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the new format. I'm looking to get as much content out as we possibly can over the next couple weeks, months, whatever. A lot of good stuff coming in from Kickstarter soon. Gen Con is right around the corner, so should be exciting times in the next few months. So,
Okay.
thanks for watching.